Alright, well, it's time for another video. Also, it's going to be 5 o'clock here in the morning. So, hello, it's Nitin here, pretty much doing a video. So, yeah, things are picking up very, very slowly, but they're still picking up, so can't complain about that. I'm pretty happy about that. I was gonna do a video yesterday, but my body wasn't really feeling up to it. Or maybe I did do a video. No, I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah, so I decided to just take a break yesterday and not do one. Figured it would be better to do one today. Since it's still pretty early out and there's not a lot of cars or people or traffic or any of that going on, which works for me. So yeah. Yeah, I think also my body's fighting something. I got the flu shot. I want to say Tuesday. Yeah, I got it. Tuesday, and I guess my body's fighting off something. Because yesterday I just didn't really do a whole lot. Didn't really put out anything. So I just said I'll take yesterday as a break and put out something at least for today. But it's all good though because it's Thursday. This means it's one day away from Friday, which means it's also one day away from the weekend. And that's always fun. That's always fun. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the most part here. Putting out another video. Well, because I'm having fun and like I said in my other video, they just come second nature to me now, you know. So they just become easier and easier, and they get to be more fun, which is always fun for me, and I'm pretty sure it's fun for, you guys watching. So that's always fun. So yeah. So for today's video, I guess, oh, there we go. There are some sirens going off. You always gotta hear those at close to 5 in the morning. So you always hear those. So anyway, yeah. So when it comes to, people and ourselves and, what's genuine, what's not genuine, what's fake, what's real, we often always get that mixed up, or put it in some context or make an excuse, when we feel like people haven't done enough for us or whatever, and I always find that strange, like a piece of a puzzle, and I never really thought about stuff like that before until, I don't know, kind of just going through my own little thing of just taking a retreat from social media and not posting for a good, year and a half, 2 years and a half, or whatever. I just felt burnt out, felt tired, exhausted, mentally, emotionally. Physically, I was fine, but emotionally, mentally, I was just didn't want to really be bothered with stuff and people, and plus, even on top of that, the weather was pretty bad. Anyway, so with all that going on, and I just got to thinking, you know, and when it comes to people, we have this notion at times of like people are always gonna do this for us, do that, without question or without ever questioning something or kind of like just blindly going along with it and stuff. And when I was going through my retreat and I was just away from posting, and I didn't even start doing podcasting then. I just needed to just get away from all that stuff. It was more like, maybe this is better for me. It's better if I just go away for a good while. Stay off from posting stuff, stay off from putting stuff out there, stay off from, just general stuff. And it took me a while to, want to get back into doing, these videos and now doing podcasting and, trying to go back on other platforms that I'm on and all that stuff, so, it was just a whole little host of things in my head and, just negative thoughts and, destructive thoughts and just all sorts of stuff. And, at times it was like, I had to, dig deep, into myself. I had to just dig, and when I finally found it, it was like, it's not me, it's the individual or individuals, it was never me who had the problem, and when you go through that type of just burnt outness, you beat yourself up, you just do all this other stuff, you kind of just like, yeah, whatever, and now it's like, no, it didn't even involve me, the situation or obstacle didn't even involve me, and then, you have to process everything. You can't just jump back in the thing and pretend, A, the situation didn't happen, and B, everything's just fine because it is when clearly it's not, and I think for me it took as much time as it needed because I had to just transition, go through what I had to go through, deal with it how I had to deal with it, and deal with it in a way that wasn't destructive, that wasn't, harmful to others or myself or anything of that, and anything of that nature, it wasn't any of that stuff. It was more of what I had to do here mentally. I had to fight that off every time. The whole situation kept bringing itself back up. I had to do that every time. And then, once I finally cleared my mind and conquered that part of myself, it was like, alright, I'm back. It was like I'm back. And I can get back to doing what, I like to do. And I enjoy doing and whatnot. Which is now more so doing these videos and, going back on platforms and, just going back to how I was, realizing, hey, you know, you can put out the best of it to, your abilities when it comes to things, situations, advice, all that. But in the end, there's no control. You say you could always say you're in control and this and that, but really there is no control. It's just the way the directions go. That's it. And I think once I realized that, like actually forced myself to actually realize that, I was like, okay, this isn't as bad as I thought. Or, I can get over it. But not like just, oh, get over it. No, it took time to deal with, like I said, process, all that stuff. And, there's still some days where other things bother me, and it kind of takes me like a day or two to go through the whole process and, work it out in here. So, when I do step out into the world out over there, nothing really bothers me. At least I try not to let it bother me. Because if it doesn't involve me in any way, then it's not really my problem. And I think that's one of the things I had to, figure out myself, especially when it came to going through, just taking a break from media platforms and all that stuff. It was more of like, alright, I gotta deal with this on my own. Away from people, away from posting, pretending to be happy when clearly I'm not, and all that stuff. And nobody should, pretend to live like that. It's not even remotely a choice. And I didn't want to put myself through that. I didn't want to put people who care about me, through that. Most of all, I didn't want to put myself through that. So I had to, deal with what I had to deal with and, pretty much move on. But also come to the realization that, nothing is ever really gone, but at the same time, you're always just in the moment. At least I try to be, I'm not some big, super, person, outside of what I do here and, what I try to do through podcasting and, little things like that. I'm just me, and that's all I try to be. Like I said in my other video, no green screens and no fancy backgrounds, just a wall, posters, some little picture thing, and just me and the camera. That's it. Oh, also a chair. That's it. And that's honestly how I do things, When it came to other types of platforms and stuff, it was a little easier, but, you know, since I pretty much do my videos at night, or at least in the very early parts of the morning, um, you know, I pretty much put them out when I can, when I have the time for it, which is mainly at night, which is just easier than putting anything else out. And I think also, it's more or less how you pretty much enjoy things. You gotta enjoy things. And that's pretty much how I try to do my own thing. And like I said, if my stuff helps people, then that's great. That's awesome. That's the whole point of putting these out there. That's always great. And it's enjoyable for me, and I'm pretty sure it's enjoyable for the viewers. So, I just keep things how they are here. Maybe if I change up things, I might add a few more posters in the back, but that's probably it. Really, nothing else too crazy. None of that. Well, I shouldn't say never, but maybe. maybe, but not right now. Not right now. So yeah, I guess that'll be it. Because it's already like 5 a.m. So I think I'll leave the video here. Yeah, I'll probably put out another one later. Probably later tonight, for the most part. Depending on how I feel. I'll put out another one probably the next morning. So that being said, see you guys later on. Sayonara and Toshi Delay and peace and love.